top level, you can go back and touch a lot of names, including her coach, Billie Jean King, with whom she partnered a Wimbledon doubles title in 1979. It was King's last Wimbledon championship, and a record 20th it was.
Well, Martinez had a lot of coaches. Mike Estep, very influential in forming her game. They parted amicably.
I think Nancy Lieberman had a great deal to do with Martina getting fit.
Yeah.
I think that was a huge influence on her game. Martina coming in on this short ball. Conchita is too quick. That drop shot was quite deep.
Well, she's been going cross court early. Beautiful down the line pass. Love 30.
Love 30.
If Conchita can start getting grooved on this shot, being able to go down the line or cross court, she'll take away one of Martina's big weapons.
Next. Oh. And Neil Fortescue Calvert catching nets as net court judge has deprived both women of aces. Then Conchita came up with one anyway. Oh.
Another ripping backhand by Conchita Martinez, and with it 3 chances for the early lead.
She is looking very sharp today, hitting the ball so clean. Great topspin, brushing up on the ball. Break point down. This second serve was just about on the line. She really went for it. Of course, it opened up the court. Conchita did well to get this one. Martina filled the easy court with a forehand volley. Started with that great serve on the line.
Digging out of love 40 to deuce with 3 brilliant points.
On the dead run here, still able to get great racket control. Very strong wrist there. Moving in on the approach and wrong footing Conchita. Can't get everything turned around quick enough, and also the depth was tremendous.
Boy, she's painting the lines in this game from love 40. Out of jail, 2-all. Billie Jean King has won more Wimbledon titles, singles, doubles, and mixed, 20 than anyone. Elizabeth Ryan died just hours before Billie Jean won her 20th in 1979, and Martina trying to catch her coach King, only 2 behind. She was eliminated from the doubles yesterday, so the best she can hope for is number 19 here today.
Let's try to pull her in, and that's a good tactic, because Conchita really doesn't want to be up at the net. Although in the latter stages against McNeil, she scored highly at the net. She can volley.
But that was when she had a short approach and an easy volley. She doesn't like to be pulled in when she doesn't want to.
court. She's hitting the lines. The tape is kind. Sentimental journey continues with help.
This approach is so low. She keeps moving forward. Ball's hit hard enough so it moves over the tape.
7 points in a row for Martina.
Soft nets here at Wimbledon.
Well, it's apparent on every second serve she's going to be slicing if she can and following it to the net.
Even if she takes a little off that first serve, she wants to get that one in, keep Martina in the backcourt.
And now it's Navratilova with 2 break points.
Conchita shot a little short. Martina taking advantage of it. Beautiful drop volley. Takes all the pace off the shot.
What a shot by Conchita Martinez.
We have another athlete on this court.
So smart for Martina to go behind Conchita, but look how she changes direction just a stab. Just a racket head moving forward. Her body was still going the other way.
Remarkable play early. Now Conchita Martinez, 3 chances to take Martina's serve, and the veteran has lost 2 opportunities for the lead herself.
Tough match for us. You say Martina, I say Martinez, but gee, gotta go with the first names like Conchita and Martina, I guess.
I hope fans will excuse us if we go that way, although that's not the normal pattern.
I thought that was a let. And Neil Calvert caught it. He's having a very busy day. Fortescue family be proud of him.
Advantage is Navratilova.
Fair enough. Navratilova gets her 3rd break chance. Martina Navratilova in the lead.
A promise to teach you the value of standing up for what you believe in. A promise I'll remember it's never too early in the day to eat ice cream. A promise to watch over you, now and always.
To help keep their promises, people rely on Mass Mutual to ensure their lives, their health, and their financial future. Mass Mutual, we help you keep your promises.
Hey, you get a tough case of athlete's foot, the itching, the cracking, the burning. You want a medicine that acts tough. Boom! Tough-actin Tinactin. Clinically proven Tinactin cures even tough cases of athlete's foot fungus. Get tough-actin Tinactin.
Is your fax machine still in the Stone Age? Only one company uses the latest laser imaging technology in every plain paper fax machine it makes. Mita. To survive in the future, the times demand Mita.
If this were baseball, Martina would be wearing the home whites and Conchita would be in the gray road uniform. This is her home court. Look at those appearances on center court. Singles, doubles, and mixed. Her 86th match on famed center court, and She's won all but 9 of 60 singles and only beaten 14 times overall, and has the lead, serving 3-2.
It's her parlor. She's the spider inviting the flies in. Her golden pond.
And that's because that pond is grass. Her game is perfect for grass. Coming into the net, you want to hit the ball out of the air as much as possible. Don't let it bounce on the grass where the bounces are uneven. She was born to play on this surface.
Ooh.
Well, that's the feared forehand of Conchita.
It's her favorite shot. So much topspin. Very heavy Western grip.
Senorita topspin.
Conchita inviting Martina into the net. Short backhand here. She moves on in, then rips this backhand. She said, everybody thinks of my forehand as the big weapon, but I've worked on my backhand so much. I feel really comfortable with that as well now.
That was her match point against McNeil.
Crowd offering support for Navratilova and Martinez. Both a relaxing moment. But a second ball for Conchita at a triple breaker. Conchita Martinez answers, breaking at love. It's 3-all. And a reminder, another breakfast at Wimbledon, the men's final tomorrow. And better put in some earplugs. There are going to be some loud sounds. Two men who really can send cannons across the net. Cannon fire. Pete Sampras, world's #1 defending champion, Goran Ivanisevic, the 4th seed. Ivanisevic leading the championship once again in aces.
140 to 100.
Martina warmed up this morning around 11:30. She's been warming up with John DeYager, who plays on the men's professional tour. They're going to be playing team tennis actually starting next week in New Jersey together. He's been changing his style of play. In the semis, he was a serve and volleyer. Today, he used heavy topspin.
Whoa.
Really attacking that second serve. Moving forward.
Oh, that's 9 straight points won by the receiver. Triple break for Martina to regain the lead. Well, she's going to slice that backhand and approach every chance she gets. That one flying long.
That topspin forehand, the angle that Conchita just used, works so well on clay, but on grass, it's letting Martina come in all the time. Conchita needs to try to hit that one deeper.
Oh, that was skidding off The line, service line.
Conchita hit slice on her second serve. She just a little more slice on that one, skidded through.
Just not getting a first serve in this game.
None.
And Martina Navratilova breaks back for the lead.
Fresca has a distinctive citrus taste that makes it different from other soft drinks. No sugar, no caffeine, and almost no calories. Just a taste that's one of a kind. Fresca, the tasteful alternative.
Sooner or later, chances are you'll find yourself looking for a home out of town. Moving, vacationing, planning for retirement. Whatever your reasons, Better Homes and Gardens can help you get there with our free Homes Guidebook. It's filled with full-color photos of properties across the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico, so you can compare prices across town and around the country. Compliments of the one company that'll be there wherever your travels take you. Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Service. Call us, 1-800-301-FREE.
Well, the Princess of Wales with her son Prince William. Nice to see her in attendance. Long a fan of tennis. Her first appearance at these championships. Must be a thrill, Tracy, when you're playing and you look up and see faces like that watching you from such close range.
Very much so. Such a great tradition to walk onto the court, walk to the service line and curtsy.
Well, I tell you whom I'd be thrilled to see. Frederick de Klerk is up there, the deputy president of South Africa, who helped Mandela bring that country together.
Martina serving with new balls.
There he is, de Klerk. And that bringing together means that South Africa will soon become a force in tennis again, too. That's one of the minor things.
Another big return by Conchita Martinez from deep in the corner. We've seen her do that often in this championship. It appears the server has an advantage, chasing her into that corner, and then she whips that backhand cross court right at the laces.
Net.
Last 14 points, only 2 won by the server.
Net. Are you sure we're on grass?
That's right. That's a clay statistic, isn't it?
Oh, wow. And Conchita Martinez, I'm sure, would love to have the King of Spain here. He was at the French Open finals when Berasategi and Bruguera played. Martina again coming in, but somehow Conchita finds the angle. That topspin helps so much to bring the ball down.
3 straight games for Martinez. She's faced love 40. Tough bounce on Navratilova. 4 straight breaks of service. It's 4 all. Navratilova, it hasn't been a happy 94 for her, but Wimbledon has indeed awakened her championship style.
Well, I'm like a bad dream that keeps coming back, or a good dream. It depends on whether you want me there or not. But you know, I didn't have that much confidence a few months ago, or even a few weeks ago. But I just kept talking to myself, and you can do it. If I play well in practice, I just have to be able to do it during a match. And I finally have allowed myself to play the tennis that I know I can play.
Finally, the server, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, holds the first point.
Martina lost the quarterfinals at Eastbourne prior to Wimbledon, a tournament she'd owned, winning it 11 times, lost to Meredith McGrath, and she really looked slow and out of it. But what a transformation. Craig Carden and Billie Jean King and Martina, of course, have done a wonderful job in restoring her for this. Whoa!
Great movement here for Martina. Moving forward, then right away has to go backwards. And the leap, the legs are still there today.
Moon ball.
Yeah, but I don't think enough credit has been given to Craig Carden. They are so close. They're like brother and sister, as well as coach and pupil. Craig on the left. He said it's been a real struggle this year. Martina hasn't always been positive. And he's just exhausted. He's been so positive for Martina.
They have these business meetings, they call it. He and Billie Jean King, and they go, the theme is you can do it, but it's tough sometimes.
Every night they meet.
Conchita finally decides somebody better go to the net. Longest rally, 13 strokes.
Craig also said that Martina's opened up to him a lot more this year with her feelings about what she's thinking, and that's allowed him to help her more.
4-all, 30-all, opening set.
What a huge point.
13-4.
Martinez, 4 approaches when forced in, 4 for 4. Navratilova busy, shooting about 50%.
That was not an easy overhead to hit there. It was way behind Martina.
Joe. 16th stroke.
And what wonderful depth by both women.
Martina is really pinning Martina to that baseline, but comes up with the angle here.
Rather critical spot. That was a point for 5-4 for Martina to serve for the set.
Advantage is Martinez.
Martina was there. She just overplayed that forehand volley a little bit. You've got to remember that Conchita has such heavy topspin. When it hits your racket, it just feels so heavy. It's not an easy volley to hit.
It's like volleying a shot put.
Martina moving into the net. If Conchita hits it just a little bit short, So hard to come up with passing shot after passing shot.
Especially on the erratic grass, capricious grass.
Oh, Conchita is 5 for 5 at the net.
She picks her spots.
Advantage, Miss Martinez.
Both women breathing heavily. The pace of this first set is working toward an exhausting match.
Also one of the warmer days, more humid today as well.
Martinez, 5-4 on serve. Will return after these words from your local station.
And now the Mad About You guide to fine dining.
Miss, we spilled some wine here.
Ew!
Mad About You, NBC Thursdays.
You know what I want? A sandwich that I can really sink my teeth into. A roast beef sandwich that's beefy and juicy, that's got all that good stuff, and after every bite, my taste buds are going, come on, give me more.
Jack in the Box introduces the Monterey Roast Beef Sandwich. Tender roast beef, melting Monterey Jack, mild green chili, all on grilled sourdough.
This is what I want.
The Monterey Roast Beef Sandwich from Jack in the Box. When you want something better.
Now there's no reason to wait to buy a new Mazda. Because for a limited time, Mazda is offering 4.75% APR financing with no down payment for only 36 months. This unheard of financing offer is available on every new Mazda car and truck. The kicker? You don't pay 1 red cent for 90 days. The bad news? This offer ends at midnight July 4th, so move it to your Mazda dealer now.
Awarded more Emmys than any San Diego station. KNSD.
An uncomfortable day for players and fans. It's sticky, 92 degrees, 60% humidity, very little breeze. Fortunately, not much sun at 2:45 on this Saturday afternoon. 4-5.
Oh.
Conchita has plenty of time to set up for this lob. Left Martina flat-footed, just too good.
Martina struggling to capture a point on her serve. Love 15. Backhand at a sharp angle, but with so much topper on it, it just draws right down inside the line.
And this passing shot wasn't very low, but the angle is what made the winner. Right on the line. Gets the racket head down below the ball, brushes up. Develops a lot of topspin.
Conchita with her banana ball. Look at it curve.
10 straight points against Martina's serve.
Oh!
And 3 set points for Martinez. Martina Navratilova is going to hear love 40 in her sleep tonight. Every service game but one in this set, she's been at love 40. Set point 2. It's on the line. First set, Conchita Martinez. 6-4. The Grand Dame of Wimbledon, Martina Navratilova. Some serious work to be done against this spirited 22-year-old Conchita Martinez, who serves to open the second set.
Net!
What are you listening? The ball is just out of the net.
I thought it was well above the net.
I did too.
Also.
Neil F. Calvert has had a lot of action at that post.
The best point in the match. Great court coverage by both players. Conchita can't get this drop volley, though. It just dies.
Pretty good pins on the Empress.
Net!
Second service.
Well, the first 2 points of this set are the start of a highlight film.
Conchita's lob was amazing to get her out of that game, or out of that point, excuse me. Missed opportunity for Martina. So well disguised. Looks like she's going to hit a regular backhand slice, and then the last second cuts it just a little bit more to come up with a drop shot.
Wouldn't that be a good continuing play for Martina to force Conchita to come to the net?
Gotta magnetize her, pull her in.
Keep her off balance.
Two chances for the lead early in the second set.
That's the wildest looking approach shot we've seen from Conchita, but it works. Give her a roller ball and make some kind of a stab volley.
Martina at full sprint right here. Her reply just hits the net. She's taking a little bit extra time after that sprint.
Down a set. Navratilova takes the first game of the second.
Introducing the new 1995 Lexus Coupe. After all, you only go around once.
Some say it's his concentration, his direction, his drive. But what is it about his spirit that soars in the face of competition and keeps him striving for the gold? We like to think it's the shoes. Wimbledon footwear, the next step.
Jack Nicholson among the stars. Johnny Carson here as well, enjoying this ladies' final. Our Pepsi first set numbers, and Navratilova serving only 62% and winning only 10 points on her own serve out of 26. The key to Conchita Martinez winning the set 6-4. Look at the winners. Martinez 19 to only 4 unforced errors, a +15. Martinez only a +1.
Martina Navratilova is going to want to get that service percentage up higher. Whoa, that was interesting. Martina choosing to serve and stay back. Mix it up a little bit. Conchita doesn't seem to be having trouble with a return. Good volley there. Judged it just perfectly. Look how far out of the court Conchita Martinez was in returning that serve. Way outside the alley.
Of Navratilova's 9 titles, 3 times she recovered from losing the first set to win the championship. 78 against Chris Evert, 85 against Chris, and 89 she beat Graf after losing the opening set.
Down 4-2 in the third to Evert in 78.
Martina picking on Conchita's low forehand, getting good angle. Conchita missed a few of those against Lori McNeil as well in the semis. Doesn't get underneath the ball all the time.
I felt if Conchita was going to win, it might be with her legs, like that, because the only finals Martina has lost here.
Conchita just muscled that one in. It was well behind her. She's very strong. Been working with a trainer in Spain for the past 6 months.
Whoa.
You're about to say, Bud, about the 2 times she lost.
She lost to Steffi Graf, and it wasn't to a superior grass court player. Nobody's superior to Martina in that respect, but Graf outran her. She turned winners of Martinez into winners of her own. And Conchita can do that.
Navratilova leads 2-love. Martinez moving rapidly up the ranks. She first played here at Wimbledon 6 years ago. 94 qualies at the quarterfinals for the Australian, the French semifinalist. Last year at Wimbledon, a semifinalist. So
she started to become a believer last year in the semifinals. Facing Graf, she led Graf 5 games to 1. Then she looked around and said, this is grass. This is Graf. I can't be doing this. She swooned, but now she's can do it.
Terrific hands here. Takes all the pace off Conchita's serve. Just hit that little delicate drop shot. Great timing. Martina mad at herself. She said she didn't hit this ball enough. It's a very tough shot, and Conchita comes up with an even better shot. That high backhand overhead is so tough.
Well, you talked about Conchita Martinez, obviously an outstanding clay courter, but finding that she can win on grass. She says, hey, it's back where I come from in Spain. Grass is for the cows. Classic example of that ball diving over the net with that top spin and unable to handle the rock was Martina.
Martina was there, but that ball had too much on it.
Manolo Santana, who won this in 1966, only Spanish male, felt that about the grass and the cows. But there hasn't been a Spanish woman in this final in 66 years. Lily Alvarez.
This is a great play here. Martina is just moving so well. Hopping up for that overhead.
Think it's the fried eggs for breakfast that she's been eating lately?
4 this morning.
4 of them.
4 of them.
She eats fried eggs, and then she comes out and scrambles everybody. It's a change in her diet.
Vintage Navratilova taking a 3-love lead in the second.
Every year, American business wastes millions on international calls using the wrong long-distance company. Now with MCI's Proof Positive Worldwide, you can save up to 50% off typical international calls around the world. Call and put that money back in your business. Every year, American business wastes millions on international calls using the wrong long-distance company. Now with MCI's Proof Positive Worldwide, you can save up to 50% on typical calls to Europe. Call and put that money back in your business.
You got the winning color. Make your engine last longer. Change your oil every 3,000 miles and use the newest Pennzoil.
Pennzoil has always stood by me.
Now with the revolutionary Pennstar molecule, Pennzoil clings to moving parts, works like liquid ball bearings. And play Pennzoil's new Scratch and Win game. Over 4,000 prizes, including 10 trips for 2 to NASCAR's Brickyard 400 race in 1994 or 95. Pennzoil, the official motor oil for the inaugural running of the Brickyard 400.
We're back at Wimbledon, and here's that break point. Martina at the net, stretching for that backhand winning volley. And if you at home were saying, great, great shot, Martina, you had good company.
I want to do some stretching first. Just like this. Just pull your leg.
Conchita Martinez being attended
by Kathleen Stroya.
And Martinez used this stop in play for a bathroom break.
Georgina Clark taking her off the court. Someone always has to accompany the player.
And there will be no treatment by a masseuse or a masseur, as Boris Becker got during his the most celebrated potty break in the history of tennis.
And for an injury timeout, you get 3 minutes, unless it's on a changeover. You can also add the 90 seconds that you get for a changeover. So she has 4.5 minutes.
Muscles high up on the hip flexor being massaged.
It's really a tough muscle to stretch.
So if you're just joining us for breakfast at Wimbledon, a couple of minutes past 3 o'clock here in England, Conchita Martinez on a series of breaks, 3 times breaking Martina Navratilova, although losing her own serve a couple of times, won the first set 6-4. And then Martina, putting it in a higher gear in the second set, has broken Conchita twice and now has a 3-love lead in the second set, plus an opponent who obviously is going to have some difficulty performing.
What's the matter?
A very fit 37-year-old watching a young 22-year-old knocked down by a hip problem.
Well, the last Spanish woman, Lily Alvarez, look at that. She was the finalist and never won. 1926, 27, and 28.
Stand here, Walker. Stand here so the photographer's there.
So Martina trying to deny the photographers
You hold it. I'll go sit down.
a peek of their lens into that somewhat intimate rub, and that is only going to encourage all the more. Let's go back to the last game and see if there's a point where Conchita shows that she pulled a muscle. Walking freely there at the end of the game.
I've actually injured that muscle before, and it is such a tough muscle to stretch. It might be because she's a little more tense for the final, but she's been working with a trainer for the last 6 months. I think her fitness has improved.
And all the while, Martina with her thoughts on just where she is at this moment. A chance to be all the way to the final. She's lost a set, but she's now in command of the second set. And she lip reads and communicates to her coach Craig Carden and Billie Jean King across the way.
And her parents. A marvelous moment in 1979. Of course, Czechoslovakia it was then. Now the Czech Republic was a police state. But they let Mirra Navratilova come out to see her daughter win her second Wimbledon. They made the husband stay home.
Well, with a delay in play, we'll take this opportunity to share a few words.
To everyone struggling to build a future in this era of challenge, uncertainty, and change, come in under the strength of billions of dollars in assets. To everyone wrestling with the rising costs of doing business, commercial insurance, workers' comp, come in under a program that has helped save American companies over $300 million. Come in under America's umbrella, the Travelers Insurance Companies.
They resume play. And Martina is to be watched closely as Navratilova serves 3-love in the second. Down a set.
Martina getting in so close to the net for that first volley.
15-love.
Now, is Conchita discouraged, Tracy?
13-love.
She didn't seem to run after that last shot, after the return.
And those quick stop and starts are going to be troublesome. And anyone who's ever played any sport where you hit a ball knows the importance of hip action into the striking of that ball. First double fault. And with all that open top spin action that Conchita gets, she really uses her hips.
Net.
Still bothering her.
Out. 14-15.
Now that's an unusual error for her.
I think she's thinking about her hip.
The first 8 for Navratilova. It's 4-love.
That's an area that's tough to tape. We saw Gigi Fernandez in the semis taped her left hamstring. She had a hamstring pull.
Boy, for Martina Navratilova, came in certainly regarded as a modest shot at a title, but hardly a favorite.
Pretty good run there.
I think Martina wanted to test her and say, okay, how well can you move to this one?
Nothing wrong.
But moving forward might be more easy than the lateral movement.
Navratilova, as did all the players in the draw, benefiting from that opening round loss. First time ever in Wimbledon history. The defending champion Steffi Graf beaten by Laurie McNeil. And then her game just improved match by match by match. And here she is on the threshold of number 10. An hour long, this final for the Wimbledon title.
Net.
For service.
Conchita Martinez has a game in the second set. Martina in command.
Bobby, it's summertime. What do you see?
A cool, refreshing Pepsi.
Now what do you see?
A cool, refreshing Pepsi.
Good. Now what do you see?
A cool, refreshing Pepsi.
One more. What do you see?
My mother. She's browbeating me. She's making me take accordion lessons. I want to play the drums. Have you ever heard of a rock band with
there it
accordion
is.
in it?
3 out of 4. Scientific proof that
accordion.
Pepsi is the ultimate summer drink.
It's humiliating.
Go ahead, wash your face.
If you'd like your organization to become more adept at handling change, Anderson Consulting can help you integrate all the parts. Because these days, the organization that performs together transforms together.
A new wind is rising, bringing change, bringing the all-new Ford Windstar, a totally new minivan. Windstar is the only minivan that combines standard dual airbags, 5-mile-an-hour bumpers, and 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. Plus, it meets all passenger car safety standards. It's safety that takes the minivan in a whole new direction. The all-new front-wheel drive Ford Windstar. The future of minivans begins today.
Welcome back. 4-1, Martina Navratilova, second set. Conchita Martinez won the opening set. Continued attention to the hip injury of Martinez, but it can only occur during the 90 seconds of the towel off. Martinez wins the first point.
She can't have another timeout for the same injury. Much more lenient rules. 1958 at Forest Hills, Ashley Cooper playing Mal Anderson for the U.S. title. and Cooper was losing. He went down, severe ankle sprain, and in those days it was play must be continuous, but they allowed him about 20 minutes to recover, and he won the title.
So also the new rule is with the shirt changes and the bathroom breaks. Sometimes people use those at the right times in the match.
Yeah, Vitas Gerolaitis said, I don't understand the bathroom break. He said, I played the longest Italian final over 4 hours. He said, maybe we didn't have bladders then.
A couple break points for Conchita Martinez. That'll make her feel better if she can convert.
54.
This great return. Martina makes a stab at it, but it really sets up the court for Conchita Martinez.
Game is Martinez.
One of those breaks erased. 4-2.
Conchita, the mother, and Cecilio Martinez.
4 games to 2.
He built a tennis court. He was an executive at a factory in the small hometown of Monthon in Aragon. But he built the tennis court so that he could play and her 2 brothers could play. She very seldom got on. It was a concrete court. But as Conchita looks across, she sees that the wall is alive because she would hit against a wall and pretend it was Martina when she was a child. I said, did you win those matches? She said, well, sometimes. So the wall is alive and well. Woo!
She said Martina was her idol as well as John McEnroe.
Yeah, John McEnroe was also that wall. That's right. And she beat him easily.
But he yelled a lot. John will be with us later for our men's doubles. We'll have live doubles today, the Wimbledon title to be decided. And of course, win or lose, a tribute to Martina Navratilova.
15.
First double fault for Conchita. Well, that's that dead even.
13-15.
Ever since the trainer came out on the court, it seems like
there's been a
play
lull.
hasn't been as good. Both players lost their concentration, lost their focus.
Terrific shot off the baseline and drilling a winner deep to the other end.
Conchita Martinez gets such great shoulder turn here. A lot of racket head speed. That's how she gets so much power, and she disguises it so well. Because of that shoulder turn, you can't tell whether she's going cross-court or down the line.
What an approach.
Forehand slice approach, and it's 4-3 in the second. We'll pause for these words from your local station.
When their doctors had given up hope, did they find their own miracle cures? A special that could save your life. Cured. 8/7 Central, NBC, Tuesday.
An artist carves a sculpture from one piece of stone, creating a thing of beauty that lasts for centuries. With the J30, Infiniti set out to create a luxury car that seems formed from one piece of steel. With fewer joints to flex over time, it helps maintain a feeling that's solid, stable, and quiet. Visit your Infiniti showroom and see how practical art can be.
Now, for a limited time, lease one of the world's most advanced automobiles with no down payment.
Nights in San Diego are now a lot wilder. For the first time ever, the zoo is open at night. Enjoy spectacular shows, great dining, and live entertainment. Don't miss Nighttime Zoo, Thursdays through Sundays, this summer only. It's your chance to see the zoo in a whole new light.
Awarded hosted more Emmys than all San Diego stations combined.
Just moments ago, Navratilova looking for support from her coaching core. And now serves up just one break, 4-3 in the second. Down a set.
A mammoth game. Is she going to let Conchita come back?
And the one word Billie Jean King said was forward. Wants Martina to move in every opportunity. But look at that passing shot.
Senorita topspin with the groundies.
Come on. 15 all.
Navratilova, who's won at least one title for some 20 years in a row, has only won this year Paris indoors. But holds the all-time mark of 167 career championships. That's 10 more than Chris Evert, who watches with her new baby son in Florida. We'll be talking to her later today, hopefully. It was good. What a tough overhead. Martina thought it was long.
I thought Conchita would bounce that ball. She plucked it out of the clouds.
15-30.
It's a big call.
It's a tough overhead to hit when you're moving forward like that.
As usual, tough on replay in this sport to discern in or out. (15-30). Last call may have knocked a little of her concentration away.
Whoa!
Just a little.
Knocked it into place.
That's right. Billie Jean King's been working on Martina's toss. Doesn't want her to toss it too far to her left. Sets up a beautiful forehand. Moving in.
Net.
The only two left-handed women to win Wimbledon are both at center court today. Martina Navratilova and Ann Jones, a BBC commentator.
She beat Billie Jean in '69.
40-30.
Billie Jean King's talent has touched a lot of greats. Think she's fighting for her woman. Point from 5-3.
Net.
For service.
That's a big game from 15-30. She moves within a game of tying the match. Breakfast at Wimbledon tomorrow morning with all the aces that we're going to see. Thunder and lightning. It'll be strawberries and creme brulee. Pete Sampras and Goran Ivanisevic. The defending champion Sampras, #1 in the world, against a man who can serve it and hit it just as hard as he.
That ball held up just a little bit. Hold it long. Lift it up on that forehand.
Nice work by Martina to stay in the point.
13.
That'll be for Conchita Martinez at the next break.
For the Tequila Sunrises?
Or it could be for Martinez libation. Too many choices there for Conchita.
13-15.
Conchita keeps looking up at the coach's box. That leg, that hip, is still bothering her. She keeps pointing at it.
Well, she's done that throughout the championship as well, Tracy, hasn't she? She kind of looks there just for some kind of support. Is everything okay? How am I doing? Those kinds of looks.
But without pointing at her hip. Just today she's done that.
That's that backhand return that has been so lethal throughout the tournament for Martina.
Martina moving in, attacking the shot. Look how far in off the baseline she is, really hitting it on the rise.
It was so great against Novotna and Fernandez because they're net rushers.
Wonderful rally, finally captured by Navratilova.
See Martina taking a slow walk here. That was a long point. She did a lot of running, a lot of court coverage.
18 strokes. That's the longest rally of the afternoon.
Net.
And surprisingly, the first deuce of this entire second set. Navratilova, set point.
Advantage, Miss Navratilova.
Oh!
They'll play one set for the Wimbledon Championship.
Every day in 34 countries and in over 300 cities around the world, Delta Airlines helps people get down to business. Every 17 seconds, Delta has a flight taking off to the world of facts and figures, buying and selling, budgets and bottom lines. And when the job is done, we have just as many flights to bring you back to the world of mommies and daddies, husbands and wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, and best friends. Delta Airlines.
Well, our producer, John McGinnis, and our director, Andy Rosenberg, detectives they are. They've gone all the way back to the first set, and they found this point. Watch Conchita lose her balance, slips, and the pressure all on that left hip. That may have been the start of her injury problems. After falling behind 4-love in the second set, she did offer a rally and came within a break of getting back into the set. And now it's to the decisive third.
Miss Navratilova to serve.
Martina to open. No tie break in this one. The winner will hold the trophy.
In their 4 meetings, they've never played a third set.
Love 15.
Conchita hitting a winner away from her body. It's very tough to do.
Now, the majority of the passes and attempts have been cross-court off backhand, so Martina starting to shade more to that side and pick that one off easily. Well, Conchita, being in the third set, nothing's new there. This is the 5th time in the championship. She's gone 3. Again cross-court, and Martina there, 40-15.
But look where she volleyed it. It was right about eye level instead of down at her shoe tops. Didn't dip down enough.
How deep can you be to hit a passing shot?
That's when you got to say that's just too good. Because Martina's approach was very good, deep and hard. Conchita somehow winds up, hits this great angle. It's so tough to read when Conchita gets set up like this. She can go down the line or hit that off forehand so well. She chose the off forehand there, the inside out forehand.
Those are the legs, even though she's been injured.
Pressure point now for Navratilova. Break point against.
Martina upset with herself here that she didn't do enough with that shot. Let Conchita get back into the point after she had fallen down. Great coverage from Conchita Martinez.
Well, that's the kind of play that has separated Navratilova from the rest and put her in that elite class for the last 20 years.
Advantage, Miss Martinez.
A rare miss from Martina here when she was in this situation. Must have taken her eye off the ball, looking at the opening instead.
Another chance for the lead in the third set for Martinez. Good serve.
Talk about serving into the body. That was it. Jammed her. Which way should I go?
Rip tickler. That's one of those things you just hate because she's flailing at the ball in that wild spin.
She liked that one.
Oh, who wouldn't? That spun about 3 different ways before it settled onto the grass.
Look at that. 16 forehand winners to 1 for Conchita. Woo! Well, there's 2 for Martina. And she's erased 3 break points in this start of the third set.
I think that was smart for Martina to stay back, make Conchita Martinez see something different. Not give her a target every time.
Advantage, Miss Martinez.
Martina with a great get here. She was mad at herself after the point. She didn't try a lob there. She was really so far out of that point. Lob would have given her time.
Second serve, break point, Martinez. And the double fault gives Conchita Martinez the early lead in the final set.
Oh, it's so cute.
Excuse me. Could you take a picture of us with
No,
photo
arrivati
over
per
there?
If you take off to the Italian town of Todi,
Quello stupido dell'asino.
but your camera just takes off,
Where'd they go?
you better have Visa Gold, because there's not a camera store there that takes American Express.
There's a great shot.
Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
Concert is a new company formed by British Telecommunications and MCI to give businesses around the world a better way to communicate. Concert. The stage is set.
Here's another view. This is the first set, ninth game, when Martinez lost her footing and all the pressure on the left hip bothered her in the second set, required attention from the trainer, but she has seemingly recovered and has broken Martina Navratilova to take the lead in the third set.
From 40-15.
And in the winners to unforced ratio, she's a plus 25, Martinez. And Navratilova is a plus 12.
Looking to her coach, Eric Van Harpen, her friend, Louise Plemming.
Navratilova all over the net. Just wide.
She went to Switzerland to work with Eric Van Harpen when she was 14. They've broken up 3 times. Sometimes he gets very negative with Conchita. Great shot.
That is that laser backhand deep in her own court to pin it in the far court winner.
There's Eric Van Harpen in the black hat there.
Oh,
so much power on that shot.
We've never seen better passing shots on this court.
Backhand winners after that last one 2 points ago. Martinez 17 winners off that wing. Navratilova only 4. She uses that backhand slice more as the approach to get her winners at the net.
Ooh.
That's exactly her design there. A point for a 2-love lead for Conchita.
That second serve hopped just a little bit. Martina misjudged it, pulled down on it.
Conchita Martinez in the final set. Conchita Martinez trying to break the wall built by two players, Martina Navratilova and Steffi Graf. In the last 12 years, they have dominated this ladies' championship. Back to Chris Evert in '81, the only name other than Martina and Steffi.
Perhaps Lori McNeil signaled on the first Tuesday, new faces time, as she beat Steffi Graf.
Misses this time.
A must-win game for Martina here. Doesn't want to get down 2 breaks in the third set. Conchita will just get on a roll.
Navratilova has 18 Grand Slam titles, 18 more than Conchita, who has only 18 career titles.
Conchita still standing way behind the baseline, has plenty of time to prepare for this shot. Gives it a good whack.
Backhand Martinez 17, as well as the forehand. That's misleading for Navratilova because it's the volleys where all her numbers are. But hard to pick a weakness when your opponent is firing winners from both wings equally.
Conchita trying to hit those heavy topspin ground strokes, trying to keep Martina back.
There's the other side of the story. Martina 18 to love at the net. On the line.
Well, hairbreadth calls at either end.
Both players pinning opponents with wonderful depth on their shots. A little too close for Navratilova's well-being. And the must game is won by Martina. 2-1 in the final set.
Athlete's foot. It's a predator made up of many types of fungus that eat your feet alive. You can't just cure some of them. You need a weapon to kill all of them. Lotramin AF, full prescription strength medicine, the brand doctors recommend most. Lotramin AF is so powerful, it doesn't just kill some causes, it kills them all. Now in spray and powder, new forms, same killer results. Lotramin AF, the killer cure.
Suppose would create a car with an interior so well thought out. It gives you the confidence to perform maneuvers like this, even while you perform maneuvers like this. The Lexus GS.
Don Shula in the red shirt has him huddled up with his wife Mary Ann. Behind them Suzanne Wright, the wife of Bob Wright, president of NBC. And I don't know who that chap is between the Wrights, but seems to be enjoying himself.
His name's Karnak, isn't it?
That's it. I miss him.
Don Shula's not a bad hacker. Likes to play tennis. Gee.
Wow, because of angle.
Pythagorean.
Those angles are created from Growing up on clay, these are the shots. Look at that Western grip. Way underneath the racket. Lots of topspin. A lot of racket head swing there.
That's Wild West.
So Martinez edging to the net, but did not have the reply for that Martina forehand.
She's a very powerful forehand. It's her bigger weapon from the backcourt.
An opening for Martina, 15-30.
Martina standing well in on that return, just blocking it back. Caught Conchita, didn't have enough time to prepare her racket head.
A chance for Navratilova to draw even on serve. Conchita caught at the net. It's 2-all.
A little wishful by Conchita on that approach.
Well, the problem was that her approach was topspin. Makes it sit up on grass. Martina has all the opportunity to pass. You want to hit that slice as much as you can unless you just have a clear winner. That slice keeps it down low.
One-point lead.
Oh, not many of those from Conchita. Navratilova gladly accepts that easy point. Gentlemen say, oh, come on, Martina, as if she's not trying. Three double faults.
That's the toss that Billie Jean has talked about. Too far to her left, pulls it down. She says Martina tends to do that when she gets nervous. She calls it falling off the cliff. She wants her to go up and out, reach out after the ball.
Oh.
This is the toss I was talking about. Actually, that one looked okay. Usually it's the one that's a couple of feet to her left. But still, that was a very shaky serve. Didn't hit out on it. You know that when it goes in the net like that with not a lot of speed. So solid. What a backhand volley. So far out in front of her. She makes it look so easy. Serve out wide, sets up the open court, boom.
What high level play.
Conchita comes up with a great backhand down the line. Martinez stabs at it. There's that angle again off the forehand. This is just great tennis here. Martinez drop volley a little high, giving Conchita a chance for the pass. Not sure she would choose that shot again.
That reaction by Navratilova, a high compliment to her opponent. So many good shots from the veteran, and the 22-year-old, too many answers so far. And a double fault, her fourth for the game. And Conchita regains the lead.
Road and Track says the latest and best Mustang hits the ground running. Auto Week says the all-new interior is nothing short of a design triumph. Motor Trend says its first-class styling, dynamics, and performance make it the most significant new American car this year. The all-new Ford Mustang. It is what it was, and more.
Now we're standing next to center court.
The Wimbledon Collection by Racket Club in the finest stores in America.
Wimbledon 1994 is brought to you by the all-new Ford Mustang. It is what it was and more. By Mass Mutual, we help you keep your promises. By Nike, who encourages you to participate in the lives of America's youth. And by DuPont, better things for better living.
Back near the village of Wimbledon, 72 years they played the Wimbledon championships here at this site, All England Club. Here's the toss, Tracy.
Exactly. She's hitting that toss way to her left. Wasn't anywhere near her range where it was comfortable.
Now, there's been gamesmanship throughout this championship, and Boris Becker has been accused of playing those cards too often, but Martina has asked for a timeout for a shirt change. Now, it's a very hot, humid, muggy day, and both players suffering under it, but one suspects that with these long rallies, exhausting play, that the veteran Martina is also using that shirt change to grab some air.
Well, a champion will take every edge she or he could get within the rules, and that was within the rules. She's 37. If she wins, she won't be the oldest champion.
Doesn't miss by much, though.
No, Charlotte Cooper-Sterry, only a month older.
I think they should only allow one shirt change and bathroom break, not two. It's being abused too much.
Now there's that wild, wobbly, whirling dervish spin that Conchita puts on it with a miss hit. Bjorn Borg used to do the same thing, and it's devilish.
This is very tough to control. It just wants to sling off Martina's racket, and that's what it did. She is passing so well. She's picking her spot, taking her time.
13.
Look at her, turn her shoulders here. Boom, so much confidence.
More than a passing fancy. Well, that's what she can do too, good distance.
You mentioned the oldest ladies champion, Bud, Charlotte Cooper-Sterry, but You really had to dig back deep into the files, didn't you?
Yeah, dark ages, dark ages.
86 years ago.
Yeah. Nor would she be the oldest finalist. Dolly Lambert Chambers was 41 in 1920, playing against Suzanne Lenglen. Losing.
All of which, when you have to date back that far, just added testimony to Martina Navratilova's greatness.
It wasn't the hardened professional game it is now. I think you could say that Martina's the greatest champion in the history of this place.
Just to maintain that discipline for those many years. I mean, she's very strict about her diet, very strict about her practice, her regimen. She's very fit. To compete with these young kids, it's amazing.
A point from 4-2, Conchita Martinez.
And she does more than compete. She's better than 99% of them. Fitter.
Striper to Conchita. She leads 4-2 in the final set.
Another passing shot here. Got to give Conchita Martinez a lot of credit. Martina Navratilova is covering the net well. She's just hitting the ball about 6 inches from the line.
She's doing nothing wrong. She won't sleep over those double faults if she loses, but
Working, attacking, 102 trips to the net, winning only 50 points, under 50%. That's below her desired percentage.
this was the spot. Her first title, down 2-4 in the third set to Chris Evert, 1978.
Bud, the way Martina logs all of her matches mentally, she could probably tell you what shots and the entire scoring routine that far back. She really is a personal historian of her own accomplishments.
The only flaw in Martina's preparation this morning, Bud, is that when she woke up, she had no eggs in the house. Apparently her mom had a lot of people over last night, cooked some type of an egg dish. They had to go knocking on neighbors' doors to get Martina's 4 eggs.
Wouldn't that be a nice doorbell to ring?
There's Yana Navratilova. Wonderful woman. Her younger daughter is named for her, a dentist. And the husband, Mayar Navratilova.
She cooked you dinner, didn't she, Bud?
Oh, boy, did we eat there. And Zhevnica, the duck dish that Martina loves so much and doesn't allow herself much of.
2-4, 30 all.
Those are some of the reasons Martina says she wants to retire. She wants to be able to read a book and not have to worry about being emotional because she's going out on the court in a couple of hours, stay up late if she wants to. But who knows if she wins here. Craig Carden says they don't talk about what if.
Conchita Martinez commanding her opponent's very best.
This is just too good. I mean, that return was amazing. Sets up for this backhand, threads the needle.
Oh, that's a big service winner. Pop and Mom.
Mom gets so nervous. I sat next to her in Martina's doubles match yesterday. She's talking constantly. Very, very nervous when her daughter plays.
Terrific. Oh.
Well, those are classic backhand cross-court passes from Conchita Martinez. From such depth, Bud, do they bring back any memories of anyone?
Yeah, she looks like Bjorn Borg in drag.
Sorry I asked.
She has a lot of the same characteristics in the way she moves.
Didn't Bjorn stand very far back behind the baseline when he returned as well?
Agonizing game with Navratilova already down a break at 2-4. Can't afford to lose this. Slice backhand. Navratilova holds. It's 4-3. We pause for these words from your local station.
Tom Brokaw tackles the tough problems: healthcare, crime, education. Some solutions from America Close Up. Get close, get answers on NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
We give you more for your money. Yeah, more for your money.
It's Toyota's 4.9% 4th of July extravaganza, and we've got the one you want. We're out to sell 3,000 Toyotas in just 5 days, so we're offering 4.9% financing, no down payment and no monthly payments for 90 days. So see your Toyota dealer. 4.9% financing ends July 4th.
We give you more for your money, and you know we're gonna treat you right.
When the word gets out that Circuit City has so much on sale this 4th of July weekend and 0% interest for 6 months on everything in the store, everybody will want to go. Get this GE 19-inch TV with remote for only $179.97, and these Bose loudspeakers just $44.97 each. Circuit City's 4th of July weekend sale, now through Monday.
Awarded the Emmy for Outstanding News Station 4 years in a row.
22 consecutive Wimbledons, the first in 1973. How long ago was that? Well, Bobby Bonds, not Barry, was the baseball all-star MVP. John Wooden's Bruins won the NCAA with Bill Walton. Secretariat, the Triple Crown winner. Nolan Ryan had his record 383 strikeouts.
Martina did well on this backhand pass because that ball had a lot of spin on it. Great top spin pass.
Not one of the great volleys. Whoa.
It is a bit curious that Conchita has ventured to the net, and when not drawn by Martina, she's not been as effective.
She can volley. Silver medalist in doubles in Barcelona 2 years ago with Arantxa Sanchez Vicario.
But she stays back in doubles.
Yeah.
She won't serve and volley. She'll serve and stay back and just drill ground strokes at you. When you have those kind of ground strokes, it works.
Well, Conchita, it could get away here.
15-30 second serve.
Martina's going to be all over this one.
What a sensational approach right on the baseline. 2 break points to go 4-all. Final set.
15-14. Martina gave it everything she had here.
Whirling dervish.
And what you have to admire about Conchita Martinez, nothing tentative under pressure. She has been swinging from the heels from the opening point. Another baseline. Two chances for 4 all gone.
Oh, that is her trademark approach, and it took off.
I think she hesitated just a fraction of a second.
Oh, there was that. Came up
on the sideline.
the pace. Came up.
The quality of the tennis in this point is incredible. Look at Martina's forehand. So hard and so deep. Conchita hits a fast swinging angle winner.
Conchita Martinez, a game from the title.
And if Conchita Martinez were to win this title, it's that backhand cross-court she would be remembering. Allowed her to win the match against Lori McNeil in the semis.
The pressure of her first Grand Slam final, only 22, staring at a great champion, perhaps the greatest ever.
This is when you have to keep your nerves under control. Forget about winning, just take each point, 1 point at a time.
That's her now moment that she's talked about so much.
Not think about the past or what even the immediate future might have in hand. She even sits in the locker room and stares at the wallpaper, just trying to say now, nothing more. But the now of center court also has Conchita Martinez playing the tennis of her young life.
She knows the King of Spain is watching on television. She knows that Lily Alvarez, 89 years old, the last Spaniard to be in this final in 1928, is watching and has sent her greetings, best wishes, watching in Madrid.
It's good.
She gave her the enticing moon ball, and I think Martina did the right thing to volley it.
Definitely, Martina needs to come in at all times, but there's a magnet over there. Conchita's just constantly hitting that line.
Two points from victory. Another sizzler off the backhand side gives Conchita Martinez 2 championship points. is the new Wimbledon champion. 6-4, 3-6, 6-3. And what a year for Spain. The women have captured the French, Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, and now Wimbledon. And so close for the great 9-time champion. She played a marvelous match. Tracy Austin, Martina Navratilova, Conchita Martinez was just too immaculate.
She really was. Came up with pinpoint passing shot after passing shot on the run. Is incredible. I mean, I think Martina has to be really proud of the way that she played out there today. Came in at all opportunities, but she had to be thinking, what else can I do? Conchita just keeps hitting the line.
Alan Mills, the referee, as the trophy presentation arrangements being made, and the Duchess will shortly be done. Perhaps Princess Di as well.
And it's really great for Conchita Martinez. She's number 3 in the world and really isn't given a lot of credit. It's not given a lot of publicity, but what a disappointment for Martina.
Well, for those who don't win, 2 words are so often heard. Just heard it in the background. Well played. It's more than that for Martina today. If it is her last, she'll go out with a champion's effort.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say those 2 words were next year. I don't think so. I don't think Martina will be back. I asked her if she's going to chase Margaret Court's Grand Slam record of 65 titles. Or 62 titles, excuse me. And she said no, she did not think so. I asked her that at the French.
And now the royalty up here. The Duchess of Kent has presented the ladies singles trophy every year since 1978, with the exception in '86 when Kitty Godfrey was the presenter. Light lemon dress, and as is custom, no hurry for this presentation. It's wonderfully patient. Time to address the ball boys and ball girls as well as the officials before the championship plate is passed from Steffi Graf to Conchita Martinez. And who will ever forget last year at this time? In my memories, the Duchess will always be associated with Jana Novak. Martina Navratilova. And isn't it nice that we don't hear the conversation, We could see Martina several times say thank you, thank you. As the audience at center court stands as one for this great champion. When she first played on Tuesday, Martina, a standing ovation, and now almost catching the wave of the emotion for Navratilova. Conchita Martinez is the new champion. And the trophy finally goes to Spain. Muy bien. Well, when they announced the chair umpire Kim Craven, we noticed in his biography that he's from a family of antique dealers. We thought it might be an omen for Martina. She's given us a lot to remember, hasn't she? And now it's time for the photographers. If they can take their lenses off Navratilova. And she very appropriately, and that's Martina. She's so sensitive. She says she cries at commercials. This is Conchita's moment, and Martina remembers back to '78 when she won #1. As the crowd continues to applaud and admire, we're reminded of that wonderful Will Rogers quote that we can't all be heroes, otherwise there'd be no one sitting on the curb to applaud when they march by us.
Conchita's mom.
Martina now will join Conchita, the new champion. First, her time with the photographers. Chris Gorringe of the All England Club helping her.
Even a great sense of humor in defeat.
Well, she played today the way she wanted in '78. Attack, attack, with crisp volleys, stretching that athletic frame from sideline to sideline. Yeah, she was great, Billie Jean. You're always right. And think about Conchita Martinez, how fortunate she is to have won her first Wimbledon and had to beat a champion who played her to her fullest. how much more special this title will be for Navratilova's involvement. Conchita's ready to go to leave the court. And you know Martina doesn't want to go. We'll take a good look at her. It may be the last time on center court if she holds to her promise. But no one has ever played more successfully on this great turf court than Martina Navratilova. And in great attempts, it is glorious even to fail, isn't it? Conchita Martinez was a 50-1 shot at the start of Wimbledon. She leaves as the champion with a champion. And she's going to take some turf with her, just as she did on her first arrival here. She grabbed a tuft of the Wimbledon grass. And as she turns the corner, there, a familiar microphone held by Bud Collins.
If there was ever splendor on this grass, it's you, Martina.
It wasn't so splendorful today, but gave it all I had.
Did the double faults in the third set undo you?
Well, the game points that I had before the double faults, I think, undid me more, but the double faults certainly didn't help. I was up game point in the first game of the third set, lost it on a double fault, and I was up 40-15 at 2-all.
Right.
Lost it again, had another double fault, and then I had a game, and I was up 15-40 again.
Yeah.
So there were 3 games, and I'm down 5-3. So that was the match. I'm not winning. She played great points.
But did she take it away from you?
I think she took it away. I mean, I gave it away with the 2 double faults, but when I had those game points, she hit a winner every single time.
So many times we've met here, a dozen times. It's hard to unclog all the memories, but what might be your greatest on center court?
Well, this one ranks right up there. Even though I lost, I was thrilled to be there, and just didn't quite finish the way I wanted to, but this one definitely ranks right up there.
Is this goodbye?
Definitely. Enough.
Enough. What a way to finish it. Face of a champion, the greatest champion ever to play here. Thank you very much. Viva España!
Viva España!
Conchita, muy bien jugado.
Thank you, thanks very much.
Did you think that you were out of it when you were lying on the court with that injury timeout?
Well, yeah, I think it was really tight at the beginning of the second set, and I thought, well, if I don't stretch and see massage a little bit, I'm gonna be in trouble. So I decided to, stop a little bit to see if it got better.
When did you injure yourself?
No, I was tired for a couple of days, and today it seems to feel better. But when I got out there, maybe it's because all the tension of the match and it got me there.
How much tension to come on this court into her backyard, your first major final, her 32nd major final? How much tension?
Well, actually, I wasn't that bad. I was really nervous at the half an hour before the match or something. I was like, my stomach was hurting and everything. I was like, oh my God. But once that I went there, I said, oh, you gotta play and do your best, and I did.
You did? I've asked you before what you call those passing shots, and you just said, well, the Conchita. Now it's the Wimbledon Conchita.
Yes.
But how do you deliver those shots like that with all that awful spin?
Well, it's a lot of practice. I mean, it's a lot of game with your wrist, and it's just working. I hope it's gonna work the whole life.
Down 2 break points Your lead just about to vanish. What were you telling Conchita Martinez then?
Yeah, well, I was a little bit in trouble there because if I was losing that game, it was
4-all
and she was serving, and you know, then if she was winning that game, I was in a big trouble because I was serving to hold the match. So I don't know. I really played well those points, and you know, I mean, I don't have words to say.
Muchas gracias. Here she is, the first woman from Spain to win. Arriba, Conchita. Dick.
Thanks, Bud. Conchita Martinez produced 51 winners in the match and only 16 unforced errors. 6-4, 3-6.
You don't need an attention span, do you?
Yeah, both men play very quickly, and their points the same. Let's go even further with the quick points. There have been 112 points and none over 4 strokes. If you take the serve out of it, we haven't had any over 4-stroke rallies.
Both players are playing the best tennis of their lives, which makes it awfully difficult to break the Sampras.
Lied today because you see at the bottom of the draw, Sanchez Vicario, finalist last year, has beaten Christine Zinger easily and Martinez over the tough Jana Novotná. At the top, Lindsay Davenport had to default. She pulled up lame, a pulled calf muscle, and so Tammy